No one has to worry about me going off script, because I never have a script. But if I had one, I know it would start and end, and it will, with thanks, as so many of my predecessors up here have expressed. We are gathered in gratitude always at this event, and so of course I will express that at various times during the next few minutes. We were all raised, I hope, to be thankful. I know I was, for things large and small, not just wonderful moments like this, but even those small blessings that come along. And don't we all have them all? I know I do. I'm grateful tonight for, the superintendent of the stadium at Notre Dame University, for instance. Handed us a huge PR coup. The IU valedictorian who gave me almost correct change at Starbucks this morning. That was... You have to appreciate the little things. I'm very grateful, even including the last few minutes, for our board of trustees. Sincerely, I believe the best board in America. I think we've had the best working relationship in America, and by now, after 10 years, I've seen enough to have that perspective. At the announcement of another initiative that I hope you're all interested and positive about, a new arrangement at Indianapolis that will lead to Purdue Indianapolis, a truly unique identity for us, with new opportunities for our students to study away and to augment their Purdue experience with direct business and other involvements that don't slow down their progress toward a degree. Anyway, at the announcement, it was a very positive event, but I was surprised when we got there to find the entire IU board in attendance. Credit to them. They all made the effort to be there. And I looked on the other side, and we had right around half of the Purdue board. So I remarked, well, that's a pretty fair ratio for even competition, 1 to 2. And the IU people laughed a little bit. During the dinner, I hope from time to time your eye strayed to the screen and you saw the great job someone did of rolling past some of the many, many accolades that your university has earned in recent years for things we've worked hard on and that we're very proud of. If I had to pick one that I think is especially meaningful, or that I value the most, it would be most trusted, fourth most trusted university in the country. And one asks myself, okay, great, why? There's not much more you would rather have said about you, I don't think, as an individual or an institution these days, than that you are trusted. You could trace so many of the problems that we're suffering as a society and that tug at your heart to the diminution of trust among us and especially of our institution. So to have people say that yours is one of the most trusted organizations, to me is a very precious thing to hear. But why? What is it they trust? Well, I think some things probably are obvious. That people trust, after 10 years going on 11, that if your child comes to Purdue, you are not going to get socked with a bad surprise at tuition time once a year. That's one thing I think people trust. But that's important, but that's something we don't do. I hope that they trust us in large part for things we have decided to do, for the fact that this place is not just hot air. When we say we're going to do something, we are absolutely going to try, and it is likely to happen. You know, the old saying, then, when all is said and done, more is said than done. And that's not Boilermakers. That's just not us. We said that this affordability effort we make is not just about cost, not holding down cost at any cost, but it's about value, and that we were going to work just as hard on the numerator of the fundamental equation of life, the quality for which people are being asked to pay a given price. And so we have invested heavily. Mike just talked about some of the ways, Matt did too. The biggest faculty Purdue's ever had, 213 new faculty this year, an all-time record growth, and wait till next year, we're going to do it all over again. We insist that our students have the attention and the caliber of instruction that has always been associated with this place. And yes, the capital investments that we've made, not in amenities, but hopefully well-chosen and well-constructed facilities aimed at delivering on our mission of excellence in teaching and excellence in research. And I'm probably going to miss some, but the Wilmoth Active Learning Center and the Gateway Project and the Flex Lab and Grissom and the Brunner Vet Hospital and the Creighton Animal Science Facility, and yes, of course, the Hagel Hall that we celebrated again this afternoon. And watch this space, because there's more coming. We've got to take care of the nation's best pharmacy school and the nation's best nursing program with a brand new facility, and we'll go after that this year. We said that this university, others may make their own choice, but at this university, freedom of inquiry and freedom of speech will prevail as absolute values. We said this was not merely a matter of a fundamental First Amendment right that should be enjoyed by every citizen of a genuinely free society, but we said beyond that, at a place of higher learning, this was central to the academic enterprise, that knowledge stops advancing where everybody thinks the same thing, where dissent is stifled. And we're not going to allow that to happen here at Purdue. And I'm so proud of our faculty, our students, and our whole community. Again this year, everybody who rates us is all green, and number 3 in America, somebody said. And we're going to stay there, because that's part of what we are here at Purdue University. We said that we would not sacrifice, we would not accept the notion that larger meant dilution, that inevitably if we grew that we would have to slip a little bit in quality. We didn't believe it, and 10 years later we know it was not true. We have grown in size by 30%, but the caliber of the students coming here has gone up, as our reputation has attracted them from all corners of this state and this country. We've said that we would not be known by how many we turned away, but how many we turned out. And we are turning out a record number of graduates again this year, and it's going up next year too. We said that a school like ours was uniquely positioned and had a responsibility to answer the call for new engineers and technologists. Over and over again, the nation has said that its number one need was more such talent. And so we have taken a school which was already known for its STEM excellence and its STEM centricity, and made it more so. From 12 years ago to today, the percentage of Purdue undergraduates studying a STEM discipline has grown from 41% to 68%. It's the highest percentage in America, 68%, remember, of a 30% bigger number. We are turning out more of the talent America needs than any other university in the country. We said that A land-grant school to be true to its mission of expanding opportunity for higher education in the 21st century could not stop at age 22. And we said that that meant that we had to find a way to reach and help that 40 million Americans, 800,000 in this state alone, who started college and never finished, and maybe some of those who never got to start at all. And so we created what is now known as Purdue Global, 35,000 students, 1,200 graduates every year, 12,000 graduates this year. There will be a commencement on this campus in a couple, 3 weeks. If you're not able to be here, look on the website. If you want to be inspired, look at single moms, at a majority of graduates who are minorities, at people, displaced workers who need a new start in life, at grandparents. We've had grandparents graduate with their grandchildren. This is something of which I think we can be enormously proud. That now takes the total number of students we are serving tonight at Purdue University across our family over 100,000. And I hope you're as proud of that as I am. And lastly, we saw an opportunity. And to Boilermakers, an opportunity is a duty. And we saw an opportunity to add to the prosperity of community, state, and nation in very direct ways, not simply by turning out tremendous talent, and not simply by the research excellence and translating that more effectively into opportunity for others, but by becoming an engine of growth right here around our campus. Matt spoke to some extent about this. And so we have become Entrepreneur U, as we set out to, every single year in the top tier of new startup companies, every single year, again this year, in the top tier in the world in patents, number 6 in the world in patents this year. Boilermakers are creating wealth here and around the world in ways that we think we are uniquely suited to do. And Discovery Park District to me, is going to be the research triangle of the next decade or two. We're going to have more businesses here of more kinds that mesh directly with the interests of our students, the research interests of our faculty, in synergistic ways that I think have explosive possibilities. And for us, this means, in addition, an ever more attractive community, so we can go out and recruit the next Nobel Prize winner and the next cohort of outstanding students. I hope you're supportive of this initiative too. So I think people can trust Purdue as a place that means what it says, does its level best to do what it says it was going to do. And I hope you paid attention to the video. I can't, for all the things that we have done over recent years, there's none I've been more excited about than the business school that we hope to build on the tremendous platform that is already there. Students who will be unmatched in their grasp of not just business practices and techniques, but of the technologies that are a part of essentially every successful enterprise now, unmatched in their grasp of data analytics and the ability to find in the patterns of their customers' activities and their own operations constant ways to improve and to beat the competition, ways to scale entrepreneurial initiatives and new ideas and bring them to successful commercial dimensions. And on top of that, an ability to communicate well. The Marshall Larson leadership concept is so central to what we're going to do. It's a perfect fit for the school we imagine, because we intend for these young people to come here, read the greatest things that have been written, understand the theory of economics, and understand the nobility of the career they have chosen, the fact that if they succeed, just as a student in medical school will know this, or a student in our public health program knows without being told that if they take those skills out into the world, yes, they'll do well themselves, but they'll do great things for others and for society. And it's a noble, proud thing to do. And we're going to send out students who have all the tools and also the confidence that's going to come with that kind of an education. So I hope you can sense my excitement about that project, but there's one more thing I'm just as excited about, and that is my successor. Your university is going to be led, and I hope for a very long time, by an extraordinary person. By now, I hope you've gotten a sense of his talent, his individual brilliance. I hope you have seen in his biography the experience that he brings. He's started businesses himself. He's spent a year with direct exposure at the highest levels of our federal government. He's going to be in baseball, we talk about a five-tool player. He's one of those. Something that he won't tell you, but you will come to sense. You won't read it in his bio, but you're going to know it very quickly. He has the character and the values that you have always associated with Purdue University. He's a patriot of this country. He understands the virtues of freedom as perhaps only someone who's experienced its opposite can. He's going to be a great, great leader for this school, and he's ideally suited for the Purdue we have tried to build the last 10 years. Mung, bon voyage. So this will be my last President's Council dinner, at least in this position, and I cannot tell you how invaluable I have found both these evenings and all the countless individual and group encounters that I've had with members here. You've been invaluable in ways you know about and ways you probably didn't realize at the time. Financial, yes, of course, but also advisory, sound counsel, and great sounding boards, and emotional for that matter. You've celebrated with us when things have gone well. You've commiserated with us when something wasn't right. In every way, you are the backbone of the university that you have done so much to build. Our aviators, all the aviators here, will be very familiar with a phrase. As a non-pilot, I first encountered it because former President George Bush, the elder, at his beloved home in Kennebunkport, had a vista that looked out on the ocean, and he had a little stone there with the aviation saying CAVU, C-A-V-U, stands for Ceiling and Visibility Unlimited. It's what every pilot wants to know and hopes for before taking off that carrier as he did 70 plus years ago so often. Mung and PC members, that's my forecast for Purdue's next era. Ceiling and visibility unlimited. Thank you for 10 unforgettable years. And trust me on this, the next 10 will be better still. Boiler up.